Chapter 12. An Unexpected Guest. One warm evening, as the sun slowly dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in soft pink and orange hues, Adelina was playing in the yard with her fluffy friends. Jack energetically chased a ball, his tongue happily lolling out, while Star lazily stretched on the grass warmed by the day's sun, occasionally casting her green eyes at her reddish companion's noisy antics. Suddenly, Jack became alert. His black nose began to twitch rapidly from side to side, picking up a new, unfamiliar, slightly earthy smell, different from the usual aromas of flowers and grass. His ears perked up, and his body tensed with curiosity. He ran excitedly towards the old wooden fence that separated the yard from a small fruit orchard. Star, noticing Jack's unusual behavior and sensing his excitement, also got up, gracefully arching her back, and leisurely followed him, padding softly on the grass. Her tail twitched almost imperceptibly, expressing her interest. Near the fence, Jack stopped, cautiously sniffing something on the ground and whimpering softly from confusion. In a moment, a small, pointy-nosed face with two dark bead-like eyes, carefully looking around, emerged from under the thick leaves of an old currant bush. It was a hedgehog. Its small body was covered with a thick layer of sharp quills, which bristled like an unusual protective armor. It slowly moved its tiny dark paws, cautiously stepping on the green grass. Jack had never seen such a strange creature before. He carefully approached, trying to understand what it was, curiously sniffing the hedgehog from all sides, occasionally barking softly in surprise and gently touching it with his nose. The hedgehog, feeling such close attention, curled up even tighter into a prickly ball out of fright, hiding its head and paws inside. Star, on the other hand, approached the hedgehog with her characteristic feline caution. She carefully touched it with her paw several times, briefly extending sharp claws, but immediately pulled it back, feeling the unpleasant sharpness of the quills. The hedgehog, in response, only pressed itself tighter, transforming into a hard, prickly ball. Adelina, noticing the unusual commotion near the fence and hearing Jack's soft barking, came closer and, with a joyful smile, recognized the unexpected prickly guest. She knew that hedgehogs sometimes wandered into the yard in search of food or a safe place to rest. The girl gently called Jack and Star, explaining to them in a quiet voice what kind of animal it was and why it had such quills. She told them that the hedgehog should not be hurt or scared, as it was very useful, and helped the garden by eating harmful insects and slugs. Meanwhile, the hedgehog, sensing that the danger had passed, cautiously uncurled again and began to move slowly along the fence, sniffing the damp earth in search of something tasty. Jack and Star watched its every step with genuine curiosity, trying to understand this strange, prickly creature that was so different from everyone they had known before. Adelina thought that perhaps this little hedgehog had accidentally wandered into the yard and was now looking for its way back to its family, who probably lived in the large fruit orchard with thick grass and old trees. She carefully bent down and picked up the hedgehog, diligently supporting it from below so as not to get pricked by the sharp quills. The hedgehog sniffled a little in fright, but didn't curl up. Adelina gently soothed it with a quiet voice, and accompanied by Jack and Star, who walked beside her, curiously glancing at the prickly passenger, carried it to the fruit orchard where many old fruit trees and sprawling bushes grew, an ideal place for a hedgehog family. Near the thick raspberry bushes, where there was cool, damp earth and cozy, shady spots under the bushes, Adelina carefully placed the hedgehog on the ground. It immediately sniffed the fresh air of the garden and quickly ran into the thick grass, instantly disappearing from the sight of its new acquaintances. Jack and Star continued to look curiously in the direction where the prickly guest had vanished for a while, and then turned back to Adelina, exchanging surprised glances as if trying to comprehend this unusual encounter. This unexpected meeting with the hedgehog became a true small adventure for them, and gave them new impressions of the wonderful world of nature.